Hey there, friends. It is today. We have reached this point. It's my last episode of Man to Man with Dean Lerner, and therefore, as far as I know anyway, my last entry in the Garth Marenghi Dark Place verse. It has been very fun. And also you guys have been so supportive and great and patient with some stuff going on in my life that made it take way longer than it should have, but we are here. It is happening. I'm very excited. Let's just go. Now my curiosity is, will this just be another interview, or will this feel like a series finale? Series in the American sense of like the last episode of an entire show, as opposed to, I know you guys call series seasons, blah, blah. Anyway. Oh, this does look kind of last episode-y.
Good evening, and welcome to Man with Dean Lerner. As you can see, the bar is closed. I've sent Satu, my primary partner, home. Because tonight is a sad occasion. My would-be guest this evening, Randolph Kaya, the celebrated British character actor, who starred in films as diverse as Bitch Killer and That Duck 3, Duck in the City, sadly died yesterday morning.
Why is it always when things go too long in a series, they always go to the city, they go Hawaiian, they go to space, or they go to the hood? What's up with that? So strange to me.
This show will be a celebration of his life through the eyes of those who knew him best. A kind of This Is Your Death. Cheers, Randolph.
Love this.
I'm afraid the following title sequence, under the circumstances, may appear inappropriately jaunty.
Live from his luxury penthouse apartment in London's glittering East End, Dean Lerner, club owner, entrepreneur and publisher of high-class gentlemen's magazines, invites you to join him for an exclusive Man-to-Man.
Like, for the last one or something, the theme song would just keep going because we're like the point of view character in the limo. I feel like it would go very like Primus Smack My Bitch Up music video where it starts off chill and then we just go into horrific night of debauchery and disgust. Would be amazing. All our friends we've met along the way. So many new friends.
Thank you.
There's no way there's actually an audience there, right? Like, it's sounds. The fact that he's like, everyone calm down. It's like, he couldn't have it be somber, like, no sound, because he had to prove that people were excited to see him. So he still had to pump in the sound and then be like, all right, everyone calm down.
Out of respect to Randolph, I'm cutting the monologue which would usually precede our interview. However, there is one small bit of AOB which I am obliged to mention. And that is that for this month only, if you dine at my restaurant, Chez Dino's, on any Tuesday before 4 p.m. and order a minimum of 2 starters, you will receive 30% off a lap dance at Dino's nightclub between the hours of 4 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. on any subsequent Wednesday, providing 3 or more magnums of house champagne were purchased with that aforementioned meal.
A bad comparison, but to be completely honest, that does remind me of some of the coupons people would get when I worked at Disneyland. Because I worked in the stores, sometimes they would get, it used to drive us crazy that they weren't better coupons, or that they weren't expressed better, because people would get coupons sometimes. It would be like on their receipt from, I don't know, the coffee shop or something, and it would say you get a discount on certain merch, but only between like 1 and 3, something wild like that. It used to make us so angry in the stores, because all we would get is they would come bring it to us, just saying 10% off whatever, great, here we go, not looking at what is exempt as far as items or stores or whatever. They just bring it in all happy because they didn't read past that, they're on vacation. And then we'd have to be the ones to be like, no, it has to be before this time, or it's my last day. I know, I'm sorry, I can call a manager. Like, it was the worst. Curse you, very specific coupons.
After a career-defining performance as serial killer Sidney King in the film Bitch Killer, the actor Randolph Kyer became something of a recluse, rarely giving interviews, so it was a coup and a half to have secured his appearance on this show. His sudden death came as a huge shock to the production team, especially as a statement of health form clearly said that he had no long-term degenerative illnesses. He had been paid well in advance for his services. I won't be getting that back, unless I sue his estate. And my lawyers...
I was just about to say, oh, good of Dean for not trying to get it back. Unless I sue his estate, which, let's be real, he's going to sue the estate.
Have informed me that will probably cost me as much as I'm able to claw back, even though legally I have been misled. Anyway, that's business and unimportant to me at present. Tonight I wish simply to present a petty l'histoire of this remarkable actor who could never shake off the stigma of his most famous role.
My name is Sidney King. I hate a lot of things. Fruits, colours, and above all...
I've been sitting here trying to figure out who he looks like, specifically in this sequence. He looks like Richard Attenborough in 10 Rillington Place. That's what he looks like. He fully looks like him in 10 Rillington Place, which is a great movie, and you should totally watch it. But yes, that's what he looks like, which really threw me, because for me, as an American who was born in, who was a kid in the 90s, Richard Attenborough is Santa Claus from the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, so it kind of wilded me out to see him as a killer, but yeah, that's hilarious. He looks just like him, too. That, I'm assuming that's on purpose, but very funny.
Women.
Goodbye,
Yes! The blood that looks like bright red house paint. Ah, my favorite. And the title cards, they're always a little bit shaky.
Bitch Killer.
And not for good measure. Oh, it's all coming together. Oh my goodness. I would let's be real, I would so watch this movie. I would own this movie. It wouldn't be like one of my favorites, but I would have seen it.
Just get these terrible headaches.
Bitch Killer. The dirtiest, nastiest, sexiest film you'll see all year. Coming soon.
God, that film makes me horny. Every time. And by the way, that was me in my celebrated role as Rudy Ray Curtis, the Mile End Mac Daddy. But now, to discuss Randolph's role in that film, please welcome the author of the piece, Romford's one-man Fear Factory, Mr. Garth Marenghi.
Can I just say it's a sad day for the genre. Randolph's flame burned brightly for the briefest of whiles, and there ain't too many flames like that left.
Thanks for coming at such short notice.
That's fine. Here's my taxi.
I'm just dying. I'm just like, in my head is playing so many different trailers. It was making me think of like Martin, which is the Romero film that no one ever remembers, but George Romero did make a vampire film once. It's called Martin, and it's awesome. It makes me think of that, or it makes me think of, a lot of early Romero, like, not the zombie ones, but like Martin or like Hungry Wives. Or it's making me think of like, honestly, even movies that look where it's like Criminally Insane. It kind of gave me Criminally Insane vibes.
Thanks for coming at such short notice.
That's fine. Here's my taxi receipt.
Leave that with me.
Incidentally, for those who are interested, the DVD of Bitch hits the stores finally next month. It's actually not a bad time for Randolph to go, because it does at least give us a decent press angle. And journos are less likely to stick the boot in while he's still warm. So.
It wasn't a film that was kindly received, was it?
Look, when I wrote the film, I was very young, I was very angry. At that stage, I hadn't actually met a woman. Since then, I've met...
It's funny, because I think it said based on the novel by, but it sounds like he also wrote the script, so I would just say written by.
At that stage, I hadn't actually met a woman. Since then, I've met several, and, you know, they're not bad. But the point is, the critics hated it. I mean, I think they missed the poetry of the piece. And I think they hated Randolph more, though. I mean, they really tore him apart.
Sure, and ironically, no one hated that film more than Randolph. I mean, he even tried to walk off the film, but I remember saying to him, I warned him, I said, this business is a jungle, and if you start breaking contracts, the lions will eat you. Or shoot you in your bed as you sleep.
Every time I'm about to pause to make a joke that Dean will kill that person, he then just flat out states, I would kill that person. I somehow want more and less of Dean at the same time. I want 2 more series of this. I also wish I had never seen Dean Lerner. I want both.
Anyway, let's have a look at what Randolph himself had to say post-bitch.
You're odd looking, aren't you?
Yes, I suppose I am.
And you always play these horrible characters.
It's not really by choice. As I say, that particular film is not one I'm personally proud of.
Well, you oughtn't be. It's horrible.
I know.
I love how subtle they went with the makeup, but it makes him look like a totally different person. As opposed to, oh god, I forget his name, the sci-fi writer with the horrific chin we don't talk about. But just like the nose and the teeth and things like that, like just enough that he looks like a totally different dude, but doesn't look like a cartoon or a maniac.
And I very much regret making it.
But you did make it.
There aren't many parts around for someone who looks like me, shall we say.
It's a horrible film.
I know.
You're horrible in it, and I find it horrible looking at you right now.
I wish I hadn't made it.
Who is the real Randolph Kaya? Someone who flashes at women who has no hope of wooing.
No, I've never done that.
But you have been tempted.
No.
You talk like a flasher. You're bald and unkempt. It looks like you soiled your trousers.
I'm actually very happily married.
But for how long? Randolph Kaya, thank you very much.
I mean, it's so hard to believe that in that...
He's so good. Like, I'm just thinking about, we're seeing him as Garth, where he's just a pontificating boob. Or thinking of him as really the last episode now, seeing all the characters he's played. I'm not as familiar, of course, with UK TV. I'm getting there, thanks to y'all. I'm gonna watch more. But, is Matthew Holness, is he in a lot more stuff? Because you can really see how good of an actor he is, genuinely. It's very funny, but I feel like we should really take a moment. He took these characters, as some of them, I think, I still kind of met a couple of them that I just were very one-note jokes, but I'm thinking specifically of,
that interview,
Miriam
Randolph was just...
and Garth and Randolph here. Just, really Miriam and Randolph especially are, ones that are very subdued and quiet, but you can see in their physicality and just the way they say certain things. You see a whole character in there without really having to do much. Just with how good he is. I don't know. I just, I hope in the world people respect him for that, because they should. And I know he mostly, he directs and stuff now, which I'm still debating on watching Possum. I'm very nervous about watching Possum. If I do, and let me know if I should, maybe I'll try to do a reaction to it, which will mostly just make me cry. I'm very afraid of spiders. That puppet just looks so spidery, so there might be some of me covering my eyes, but I am really curious to see a film directed by him.
I mean, it's so hard to believe that in that interview, Randolph was just 22 years of age.
And as you can see from that, he was sullen, bad-tempered, self-pitying, difficult, and above all, disloyal. I have to say I hated him. I'm probably the wrong person to be up here singing his praises, actually. He was a fine actor, I can say that much.
Well, I'm sure he'd appreciate that compliment. Garth Marenghi, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
Randolph found it increasingly hard to find the roles he wanted. Desperate for money, he agreed to star in a bawdy comedy romp about a short-sighted vicar and his busty church organist called Pew Was a Scorcher.
Rated X. So apparently I got very graphic. That's funny, because, the bitch killer, felt very, 70s, specifically, 70s horror film. Whereas this poster is giving me very, 60s or 70s, specifically European sex comedies. I keep thinking, it makes me think of, some Italian posters I've seen, or some UK posters as well. But, I just think of, European sex comedies, or, I don't know, the Alice in Wonderland musical porn.
Test screenings, however, did not go well, and the decision was made to hire body doubles and insert several scenes of hardcore penetrative sex.
Who made that choice?
As executive producer of that film,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
move I bitterly regret. But my duty was with the public and not with Randolph or his family. The subsequent breakup of his marriage was something I hope to discuss with him tonight. In fact, I was hoping I could make him break down a bit, thus showing he had a human side. But alas and alack, he ain't coming back. With his ungodly looks, he understandably began to receive regular beatings in the street. Beatings that I regret watching, and...
He's just a dude. And did you videotape him?
and on occasion, cheering on.
No. Jeez. Look, he's just a guy. Come on now. The life of a character actor is hard. Not everyone can be John Cazale or something. That dude was one in like 5 movies. They were all nominated for Best Picture or 1 Best Picture. This is how it is.
Indeed, Randall's agent would often be called out in the middle of the night to retrieve him from skips. One man who knew him very well during the skip years was the actor Glyn Nimron. Glyn is currently
we know, like,
recuperating in a
that's fun.
Hawaiian
We're kinda
hospital,
going back over
having been set
people.
on fire during a previous episode of this show. And earlier today, we managed to link him up via satellite.
I don't want to see him though.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Glyn Nimron!
Hello, Dean. Yes, I can hear you.
The pause and the not looking.
And I've just heard the tragic news, and can I say sincerely how sad I am. He was like a flame in the night, burning brightly. There aren't too many flames like that left.
What were your
I
memories
have
of Randall?
many memories of him.
Sorry. What were your memories of
I have
Randall?
many memories of... Sorry.
Sorry, I think there's a time
I think
delay.
there's a time delay here.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I just
Probably
said.
figured that out. Yes.
Can you just wait until
I'll
you
just
hear
wait
my
till I
next
can
question?
hear... Sorry, Dean, I didn't catch that.
Wait until you hear my next question.
Sure, okay.
What were your memories of Randolph?
Yes, I have many wonderful memories of Randolph.
What are they?
Well, the last time I worked with him was on a very, very funny comedy film called That Duck 5 Duck in the Hood.
Was that the one with the Rastafarian duck?
Yeah, I said they go to the hood. I said it. Oh, the pause is killing me. And the fact that he's not looking at the camera.
5 Duck in the Hood.
Was that the one with the Rastafarian duck? He was a funny duck. Quack, quack, yimon, paddling about. Oh, he was good.
Yes, that was the one. But you know what, Dean? Randolph did not like the script.
Right.
So I'm afraid to say on that particular project, I had him fired.
All right, well, we'll call it a day there, Glyn. Call
Next
it a day.
week,
Yeah. Call it a day.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Glyn Nimron there. Unemployable, divorced and growing uglier by the day, Randolph made a final bid for respectability in the made-for-television movie Brossroads, the story of Bross. 2 brothers joined in love and hate, in which he played the dueling siblings' irate father.
What? You ungrateful louts! I've washed you, clothed you, put a roof over your heads, bought you that pair of drumsticks, bought you that microphone, and what do I get in return? Don't you dare disrespect me! You two owe me everything!
I owe you nothing, yeah?
This looks so TV movie. It's just shot. All of these have been shot so perfectly. Throughout the series, every little like interstitial is so like perfectly filmed and looks the way it needs to for like what it is in context, like the music video or the stuff from the audiobook or the sci-fi show clip. Just really, really perfect. Just shows how much these guys are extremely talented and know how to capture a vibe just like immediately. So great.
Nothing at all!
The film received terrible reviews, despite being, in my view, the best work of Randolph's career. Worse was to come, though. The next 10 years would prove a painful story of loneliness, heartbreak, and alienation. Join us after the break. Welcome back to Man with Dean Lerner. We are talking tonight about, not with, the actor Randolph Kyer, who died yesterday morning at home on his Jack Jones. One man who knew this now dead actor was former Formula 5 world champion Steve Pissing, who has very kindly agreed to join me on
It
the...
very much does feel like a finale. That's fun. Alright, I'm in it, even though I don't particularly like Pissing from what I can recall. I know I saw a couple of comments were like, oh, I can't wait to get the last episode. Like, yeah, this one was kind of made for me. I'm pretty happy. It's like, it's a great kind of best of for the series, and it's a bunch of film references that make me a happy gal, so...
Can you hear me? Steve Pissing.
Hello, Dean. Yes, I can hear you. And can I just say it's terrible news about Randolph, and that on the great racetrack of life, no one left a bigger skid mark.
Now, you and Randolph were next-door neighbours for a few years, weren't you?
That's right, Dean. But for a shut-in, he was a noisy old so-and-so.
So you didn't get on?
I'm not saying we didn't get on. I'm not saying we did get on. What I am saying is my wife Marie is a very light sleeper, so the sound of Randolph's sobbing self-pity coming through the walls at all hours of the early evening was something I felt required actioning. Because Marie and I were trying for a baby, and frankly, she was so tense it was putting me off my stroke. I couldn't get a rhythm up at all, Dean. I tried putting on a drum machine through the MIDI hi-fi, but Randolph's wailing and endless self-recrimination meant more often than not I couldn't complete. Not even on Bossa Nova. I said, Marie, nothing's going to come out till that man goes. So Marie hit on the idea of mental torture. I said, okay, yup, I'll get...
Have they said how he died? Now, I was about to say did Dean kill him, but Dean seems pretty put out that he died before. Nah, Dean would have killed him after the interview. That makes for better TV. Yeah.
Give it a go. And after 2 years, he finally broke down and moved, which was a relief for all concerned. But then a Bulgarian family moved in, and it was bloody accordion playing all night. I said, you gotta be joking me. I can't get up a stroke with this kind of Balkan rhythm going on all
right, Steve. Yeah, Steve,
there were
thanks.
card
Yeah.
tricks.
All right, yeah, we've got to go. Okay.
Okay, Dean, thank you. And can I say you're doing a wonderful job with the tribute, and I'd like to wish you the very best of luck with the rest.
Like, I think the Steve's line deliveries are really great and perfect for that kind of just clueless NASCAR guy. It works. I just don't like the character, but it's it's well done. It just ain't for me.
Rest of it.
Thank you very much, because no one's actually taken the time out to say that. And it does take a lot out of me, shouldering this testimonial. In many ways, it's harder for the people who are left behind. I just hope if Randolph's watching from up there, he appreciates all this hard work. Randolph's work was not appreciated. You see, these links don't write themselves. It's all dovetailed together. Randolph's work was not appreciated when he made a brief appearance on the long-running children's television show A Tale at Bedtime. Let's see for why.
Let's see for why. Oh my god.
Hello. Today I'm going to tell you a story, which I wrote for my own little boy, Charlie. And Charlie, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy it. The House for Nobody. Once upon a time in the forest, there lived a woodcutter called Randall, who spent all the days he had left chopping wood from a large old tree. "Why do you keep chopping me?" asked the tree one day when it realized it was close to death. Randall held his axe aloft, but for once did not strike. "I know you are building a house for your family," the tree continued. "But how can you expect them to live in it when you don't know where they are? Those little beds for your children are old and useless. You're building a house for nobody." Randall sighed, recalling that his family had indeed left him many, many years ago.
Oh my god.
"I am the one friend you have left," said the tree. "If you kill me, you will be completely alone." Wiping a tear from his eye, Randall put down his axe and slumped to the floor. He began to feel very tired. Leaning back to rest against the tree, he jumped up suddenly at an almighty cracking sound which shook the depths of the forest. Looking behind him, his face grew long and sad. The tree was dead, after all. Picking up his axe once more, Randall began work on his house for nobody.
By this stage, Randolph was persona non gratis. But one person who did stand by him was celebrity psychic Amir Shanan, who'd very kindly rushed here straight from the set of his workout video to pay tribute. So, please welcome Amir Shanan.
Walk off
Hello, Dean.
looking like
Hello,
Richard
Amir.
Simmons. It's okay.
Why the balloons?
Because tonight, Dean, is a celebration of greatness. A great man, an okay actor, and a great friend. Whenever I met with Randolph, I always took him some balloons. He loved balloons. And I think if more people had given him balloons, then maybe he'd still be here today, holding my balloons.
Sure, but they are obscure in my close-up. Can we get rid of them? Stu, can we strike the balloonage? Just go and distribute these amongst the pool.
His delivery is... Matthew Holmes' delivery as his characters is just so perfect.
Amir, do you mind if I put one?
Oh wait,
okay.
does that mean we're gonna get, if they're pulling in everyone, are we gonna get like a tribute song from Miriam? Because that would really make me happy. Let's go. Tribute song from Miriam.
Just one.
Hey!
That was a mistake, don't take it back.
You know, when Randolph first came to me, he was very
I'm gonna miss those little looks of rage he gives the camera.
depressed.
Hey! Sorry, we were talking about depression.
A lot of people were saying very horrible things about him, and I'm here tonight to show you that he was a good man, okay? He was not a monster. He was not a child catcher. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to
That was
prove
from a movie?
this tonight by speaking to him here and now.
Oh God.
Oh, you do know he's dead, don't you?
Yes, but I'm going to talk to him from beyond the grave. Okay, Randolph, the channel is open. You can speak to us. Now. Randolph.
This like bump of the camera. I appreciate that I assumed he was just gonna go into like a bad like impression thing, but no. He truly believes in himself enough that he does think if he waits, someone will come through. That's almost respectable.
Okay, screw you, Randolph. Okay, thanks a million, I don't think. I have done so much for you, and this is how you treat me. I have held your hand, caressed you in the dark, boosted your confidence, solved your odor problems by giving you my Amir's Hello Motivation Goodbye Perspiration Mind Kit for the reduced price of £12.95. And in return, you make me look like an ass handler on national TV. So I retract all the good things I've said about you. You are bald, you are ugly, and you do smell like a zoo animal.
Thanks very much, Amir.
Thank you, Dean.
Now, some years back, I was asked to take part in a television documentary series about successful businessmen working in the entertainment industry. And it is an industry. However, to my chagrin, the journalist revealed herself to be a rather pushy, opinionated documentarian who took issue with my lifestyle and the sexual freedoms I've enjoyed throughout my life, and indeed continue to enjoy on a thrice nightly basis. The doc was very damaging to me on a personal level, and I wouldn't play it again but for the fact that it contains the last known footage of Randolph.
I want to watch that entire doc right now. I know they're going to play a clip, but I wish they would make the whole thing because I would fully watch it.
But as you watch it, remember to ignore the narrator's asinine comments because she obviously had her own agenda. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who sit in judgment over others.
Today, Dean is organising a celebrity fundraiser to promote awareness of sexual health. Dean is calling the event a crab ball and holds a meeting to discuss his plans.
Lovely. This is the invite. Take one, pass it on. Yes. I like it. I think it's a very striking image, but what it doesn't say for me at the moment is that there definitely will be pole dancing.
There was one thing I actually wanted to discuss with you.
Yes.
And that was the inclusion of the anal swabs and condoms in the seafood gift bag. I was wondering if it might be possible to have a separate gift bag for perhaps the seafood.
There's no sexually transmitted disease in the gift bag.
I think all Graham's
voicing is the concern that perhaps celebrities are quite specific about what they want to be associated with.
That's what they're called.
I think it's just because it's not a life-threatening disease.
It's an irritant, though. It's very uncomfortable. I don't know if you've had it, but you will know about it if you do.
That's a little rude to ask, actually, maybe.
It wasn't a question. I said, I don't know if you've had it.
No, and why would you? And I think just to say that celebrities have...
Well, I might have heard. On the grapevine, it gets round.
I don't think you're going to get the kind of...
I want them to do an entire special. So badly. Ugh.
People that you want to turn up to an STD party.
It's a crab ball, Vicky. Well, he's got it. He's got it. She's got it. He's had it. Those two have got it. And if those two have got it, everyone from here to here will have it. I know that as a fact, so I expect a full plate of RSVPs.
With respect, Dean, I just feel that...
You keep saying with respect, but I don't get any respect, Graham. You're a fucking seafood platter designer. Don't twist my words, Graham. I'm not up in fucking court. That's next week. I'll sort this out myself. Get out. Yeah, cancel their car.
It's not much of a turnout, you said, Dean.
No, give it time, give it time.
I came to his crab party.
All right, Spence.
His crabs party.
And the problem is, at this rate, it looks like we're going to have to invoice the charity.
One celebrity did turn up, but this particular visitor wasn't on the guest list.
Oh, hello, Randolph. How are you? You didn't RSVP.
What's my face doing on these posters?
In accordance with his wishes, we kept our camera off Randolph as much as possible.
The whole idea of it is that you look like the kind of person who might have crabs, but you don't. I paid the photographer, I own the image.
You touch me one more time, I will call the police.
Touch him, Lewis. There we go. Randolph, you're embarrassing yourself. It's not assault, Randolph. It's lawful restraint. Randolph, is this about money? Is this about money, Randolph? Because this is sordid. What do you want? 80? All right, I'll make it a ton. Ton 20. Ton 4. What about ton 60? And ton 80? And 2 ton?
He just it's just showing what a horrible bully Dean is. Oh my god.
What about that? Why don't you take it? And just get out.
He's crying. You've made him cry. Well, he is crying.
Here come the waterworks. Here it comes. Here comes the rain. I'm trying to have a fun evening, Randolph. I've got seafood. Maxine's here. Satu's here. We're having a party. Pick him up and get rid of him. He's a funny one, isn't he? You can't genuinely think, oh, I'm a handsome man. He's raving. He's mad. He's but ugly, am I wrong?
Very ugly.
He's very ugly.
Why did you give him money?
Well, I just thought he could do with a few quid. He looks brassy. Out of the goodness of my heart, you know. It's like I always give, you know. There you go. £20. There you go. There you go. You know, I give people money all the time. It's not a big deal. Lewis! Don't break him. Give us a call, Randolph. We'll sort this out, because I don't want this to end like this. Right.
I was gripping his chest. Did he kill him? I think accidentally.
I guess, to sum up, Randolph was a great talent whose ego simply got the better of him. Like Icarus, he flew straight into the moon. It's a lesson to us all, and if...
That was so stupid. Oh, it's dumb stuff like that makes
we
me
can
laugh.
learn anything from his death, it's to stay in the box society puts you in. If only he'd made Bitch Killer 2 as instructed, perhaps his life wouldn't have been such a wasted journey. All that remains for me to do is to thank all of my super guests for talking to me man to man, and to thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. And we'll play out now on one of my favourite moments from Randolph's Rich Irv.
Come on, you bitch!
I guess it was hard to work with him, but I still wish there had been a tribute song from Miriam. That's sad. So there we go. That is it. That is the last man-to-man reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and any of them. You guys have been so incredibly kind with these comments on both this series and the Dark Place one. You guys really gave me confidence to kind of keep doing stuff like this when I just was very nervous to even post my thoughts on a TV series, and you guys kind of just made me feel like, I don't know, the stuff I had to say had some value. It made me feel good for someone who kind of struggles with that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all. And now you can help me figure out what to cover next. I went through and I wrote down a big list of all the TV shows that were recommended to me, and there were a lot. And I do plan on doing, who knows, I mean, as many as I can eventually. I'll just keep going through them. And there were some stuff on there that I know are like really well-known shows that I've just never seen. Things like It Crowd or anything Alan Partridge. I've never seen Alan Partridge stuff. Father Ted, I've seen a couple episodes of. I used to watch him occasionally back on BBC America a million years ago. There were some other ones that were like really big names that I hadn't seen before. Anyway, but I just kind of chose 4 from there that sounded sort of interesting and popped them up on a poll that's on my channel right now. By all means, go ahead and vote. And if you don't see one that you really want, but want it for sure added to my list, by all means put it in the comments. I know on the poll is Look Around You, Nathan Barley, Jam, and Toast of London. I think Toast of London's winning right now. All I know about that is Matt Berry's in it. I know Jam, I believe, is a sketch show that I just keep hearing people say gets really weird and dark, which does kind of intrigue me. I do like me a sketch show. My favorites being like Mr. Show with Bob and David and like Kids in the Hall. Look Around You, I've seen like a couple images from. I think he used to play on Adult Swim back in the day, when like around when Dark Place was playing, but I didn't see any of it. And then Nathan Barley, I really don't know much about at all. I know another one that I kept seeing recommendations for was, oh gosh, what was it called? The Day Today or something like that? Let me double check. The Day Today, which for that one, it looked really funny. I just wasn't sure if I, as an American in current time, would get all the jokes or any of the jokes. So if you could maybe give me a heads up if I would, if it's like, if it's accessible, great. I love like parody news shows. I just wasn't sure if it was like really time specific and country specific, and if I would just end up looking like an idiot who didn't know what any of it was. And that wouldn't be very fun to watch if it's just me not getting the joke half the time. So anyway, yeah, go ahead and vote for me. I'll probably leave that thing up for like a week or so before I start the next series. And yeah, just thanks so much for joining me through all this. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.